Hi everyone, it's Amina. This is London. It's a lovely spring day, and this is the first edition of Wise Wednesday. And as I mentioned in the email, I wanted to talk about when we feel lost and confused. That feeling where you're not really sure what's going on with your life. What are you doing? Am I doing it right? I've completely ruined my life, and so on and so forth. So, as some of you may know, I'm on a kind of open-ended sabbatical, so I've got plenty of time to be alone and get lost in my thinking. And three things I've found that have helped me not stay in that, and it's getting better and better as I practice these three things more, are as follows. And they come from the field of neuro-linguistic programming, which basically says that there are three factors that determine our emotional state at any moment, and that's what we're doing with our body, what we're doing with our focus, and what we're doing with language. So the body, number one is the body, and that's literally what position you're in, what posture you're in. Also what you're doing with the tone of your voice, that could count as body as well. So you just change whatever you're doing at any particular point, and that will change your physiology and therefore your experience. The second element is language. So we have to be very careful what we use language for. So both externally in how we're talking to other people, but also internally in how we're talking to ourselves. And a lot of perfectionists, high achievers, doers have an inner critic usually to deal with, and that's sort of the biggest enemy to our sense of well-being and freedom. But also how you talk to other people. So if you tend to complain a lot, or you're being very negative about yourself, that can result in a negative feeling towards yourself. And then thirdly is the focus. So if you meditate, you'll know what I'm talking about, because it's about being able to direct your attention towards something that you want to direct it to. But if we don't meditate, then it's difficult to see that, and our focus can get lost, and we focus on memories, on images that don't necessarily help us. So changing the focus, for example, the easiest way, the sort of the most effective shortcut I found is thinking about, well, okay, how can I actually help someone at this moment? And that immediately takes me out of all my inner chatter. So I highly recommend that strategy. Of course, your mind will think, well, hang on a second, I've got big problems here, I don't want to, how can I help someone else? But you can. So try and take a deep breath, change your body, change what you're saying to yourself, and the focus will be able to be changed more easily. Those are the three things that I think repeatedly, if you keep repeating those and using them together, you can definitely get out of most sort of negative places when you hit them. But also what I realized is it's completely normal to have these negative feelings. It's just part of life. It's part of the life experience. And that creates variety in our lives. Hence, some days we are lost and some days we are found, and that's perfectly fine. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any comments or feedback, I'd love to hear that, and hopefully see you next Wednesday. Bye.